Here I'm open to week 1 of our class, and as you can see, week 1 is dedicated to getting to know you, as well as you getting to know the class and expectations, and just getting familiar and comfortable with what we'll be doing throughout the course of the semester. So every week, as I said in the introductory podcast, you will have available to you every Sunday evening the upcoming week's worth of work. So that would be week by week. So right here you're seeing all the weeks, but when you actually open up yours, you're only going to see the week that's available to you, which is week 1 for right now. And every week what I do is I give you a little suggested list of what to do. Now, of course, you can do things as you liked, as you see fit, but I try to put together a task list that makes sense in the order that I feel it's best for learning the material and taking it in the best way. So during week 1, you're going to want to make sure you check out that Start Here menu if you haven't done that already. And make sure you've gone through all the documents I've posted there. You're familiar with everything, especially the syllabus, how to post for your discussions, and now's the time to ask any questions. Okay, so if you're not sure how to do something or where to go for something, this is the great time to be emailing me. You're here now, so you're listening to the podcast for week 1, which is great. Then you're going to want to go ahead and start to read the preface to Chapter 1, which is in your Cicerelli and White textbook. You're going to want to read through all of the preface, which is entitled Psychology in Action. And you're going to want to take notes and look at what it says about the SQ3R method. That is a method for taking notes. This is going to get you into the good practice that you're going to need as you're working your way through every chapter. Print out your syllabus if you haven't done that already. Purchase your textbooks. You've already logged into Plato, but if you haven't logged into my Psych Lab, do that as well with the course code and your access code that comes with your book. And then lastly, post your bio. By Friday, you should have your bio posted to the Student Lounge area. So that's up here. Go to Communications tab and then go to the Student Lounge. And you're just going to post a little bio. It's going to work as our icebreaker for the week, just for a getting to know you. It's also going to confirm your enrollment in the class. By posting your bio, that lets me know you've checked into the class, you've checked everything out, and you're ready to go. It would be like taking roll if this was a face-to-face class. So make sure that you do that. I've posted a link to my Psych Lab that'll take you directly there, as well as login info, which is also in the Start Here menu. I've posted my bio also in the Start Here menu. And then the last thing, really, this is a great week to do it, is the mandatory intro psych assessment. This is an assessment that is required of every single student taking intro psych, no matter who you have, whether you're online or in class, everyone does it. If you do not do it, you will get an incomplete in the course. There is also a timeline in which to do it. We want to get a pre-assessment. So before you've really had any experience with intro psych, we're just curious what you know about the field. So you don't need to prepare for this. You don't need to do anything for it. You're simply going to follow the instructions below and go ahead and take the assessment. It needs to be completed before February 10th. Okay. Now, if you're a psych major, you'll be taking this assessment again when you're a senior because we like to do a pre and a post test, and that gives us some inkling of how much you've learned over the course of your psych education. Now, if you're not a psych major, then that doesn't apply to you and we weed you out later, but we still want you to take the pre-assessment because we are interested in seeing kind of what's your baseline knowledge in the field of psychology. Some of you may have taken some psych in high school, so it's really, it's more of a thing that we like to do in our department, and we require it of you. Now, all the instructions are here. You will be getting an email that's going to come from Sona Systems. They're the ones who administer this assessment for us. It's all online, but they're going to send you an email with login information. It might get sent to your junk mail, so please check your junk mail frequently, at least within the first 2 weeks of the class, and make sure that you get that. When you get that email, it will have the complete instructions of what to do. If you don't get the email and you don't see it, you'll want to go ahead and don't contact me, but contact Dr. Alex Daniel. His email is here. He's the one that's in charge of all of the intro psych assessments, and if there's any kinks to be worked out or a reason you didn't get it, he would know why, okay? So that I recommend getting done right now in the first week of classes, because you don't really have any other work that you need to do, and now's a good time to do it before you do get started on work for the class. And again, feel free to get ahead. In week 2, we'll start actually diving into the first chapter of the book. We'll have our first discussion posts, and kind of the core material will start. So if you're wanting to get ahead, if you have time this week, I know sometimes some classes are slower to start than others, now would be a great time. You can definitely go into Cicerelli and White and start reading chapter 1 to get ahead for that, and that would help you out. Check out the syllabus. The syllabus tells you what you'll be doing in week 2 and 3. Anytime you want to get ahead with your reading, you're welcome and encouraged to do that. But as for our first week of classes, I really just want the bulk of your focus to be on navigating Plato, making sure you buy your textbooks, making sure you're logged into my psych lab, and you just have already familiarized yourself with where everything's at for the class. This will really help eliminate questions in the second week that should have been answered in the first week, okay? So come second week, we shouldn't be lagging on textbooks. We shouldn't be wondering where the syllabus is and any of that. It's all here, and you're given a whole week basically to familiarize yourself with everything. And it's a great week to ask questions. So please email me if you're curious about anything, or don't understand something, or just have any kind of questions. I welcome those. That is it. I look forward to next week. We'll start getting into some of the material in psychology, but hope you all have a great first week of classes.